Hi guys! The world we live in is so weird that even brainy scientists can't comprehend its vast complexities. Some paranormal phenomena is so out of hand that it makes you believe in ghosts. Sometimes there's just no way of describing things. There are legendary places out there in the world, places that literally radiate with immense power and vigor. Alright you guys, this time let's try and figure out some gravity mysteries. Number 1. Mound Arrogance, Armenia. This uniquely abnormal mountain can be found in the vast spaces of Lesser Caucasus. It is 30 kilometers away from Turkey, and many people believe that there's something fishy about the way gravity works in that particular area. In fact, it is so strange that every day over 1,000 tourists climb the mountain to see the wonders of this mysterious place. A place where a car left out of gear, instead of going downhill, will appear to be rolling uphill. And that's not all. You see, the water here does not flow down the mountain. It actually goes upward. A similar place can be found in the Ayrshire region in Scotland. It is another one of those so-called gravity hills, and it's called Electric Bray. It always strikes people how weird that part of the road is. In reality, gravity hills, also known as mystery hills, are the places where surroundings produce optical illusions. Basically, there's nothing wrong with Mount Arrogance, and the Scottish Electric Bray is also okay. There are actually hundreds of places like that in the world. Still, a lot of people come and try to understand the nature of these mysterious visions. Who knows what those can be? After all, we all pretty much live in the illusion. Number 2. Reverse Waterfall, Chile. Okay, this waterfall is no ordinary waterfall. Doesn't mean you can make selfies with it, it's just that it works in reverse. It is less of a waterfall and more of a water rise, let's say. Yes, and it ain't no joke. The water actually goes up. It's like one of those geysers you see in Iceland. So basically what you see is an upside down waterfall. When you first look at it, you sort of feel like, okay, looks like the laws of physics doesn't work here at all. But there's actually a little secret behind what's happening there. So the answer to this little riddle here is air. Yes, lots and lots of air, strongly blowing all the way up. So as the water falls down, it gets caught up in the wind, which blows it all the way up, creating yet another illusion. This time of a reverse waterfall. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? And just imagine living in a world where everything is upside down. Number 3. The Hoover Dam. Right, here's another interesting place. The Hoover Dam is a place that gathers many people almost every day. And most of the people only come to see if it's true that if you try and throw something down there, it will immediately go up super swiftly. Now, isn't that strange? In actuality, what happens is, once again, it is all down to air. The airflow in the dam is so damn high that no matter how hard you try, it'll push back whatever stuff you throw in it. Number 4. The Mystery Spot. The Mystery Spot was discovered by the mechanic inventor George Prather back in 1939. George was just having a walk in the woods when, all of a sudden, he felt like something weird began to happen. He felt dizzy and queasy. The ground looked like it was moving, and on top of it all, the compass went totally mad, pointing at every direction at the same time, very fast. And so George quickly figured that he could make a fortune. So he quickly bought the land and built a house on it. He started out by calling up people to come and see him in his house, for money. But it wasn't just for some usual friendly gathering. It was George showing his guests all the incredible weirdness of his place. You may ask yourself, what is so weird about George's den anyways? It isn't just that it makes you dizzy, it actually appears that the place has zero gravity. After the news hit the media, dozens of tourists started coming down to pay George a visit, and a considerable amount of money for entrance. And it wasn't just people from California. The news have spread all over the place, and so now people from across the globe all come to see what weird and abnormal sort of place it is. Just imagine, in George's crib, people can walk on ceiling, never worrying about falling off it. Hell with that, even water you spill would go upwards. When scientists first heard about George's place, they started talking about underground caves and UFOs and whatnot. But the true reason behind the mystery spot has never been solved. In fact, in 2014, the place got so popular it was booming with visitors, and so the state gave it the status of a historical landmark. Number 5. Magnetic Hill in Brunswick, Canada. Magnetic Hill in New Brunswick is another one of those mystery places. And it's another gravity hill. And again, while some people blame it on the optical illusion, others say that there are supernatural forces behind what's happening. The hill was first introduced in 1930s, when Canadians started buying cars like crazy. There was this one time someone actually noticed their car left out of gear, going all the way up the hill. As usual, people started blaming ghosts, apart from many other silly things, of course. And there are plenty of rumors about the place. But anyways, what do you guys think? Could it be that the place is actually haunted? Number 6. Devil's Towers, US. Devil's Tower, also known as the Bear Lodge Butte, is a mountain. A lot of people believe it to be Satan's residence, and not surprisingly. I mean, it does look kind of unfriendly and even somewhat frightening. It looks like it was made of separate pillars, and it sort of gives that feeling that it was made by man rather than being created by Mother Nature. Devil's Tower used to scare the hell out of locals back in the days. Oftentimes, a weird sort of glowing could be observed on the top of the tower. And so the rumor was that it's no other than the devil himself sits on top of that mountain and bits the shit out of his drums, trying to summon thunder or something. So the mound has a kind of a bad rap, and it isn't very popular among climbers. But if you watched Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, you definitely saw it there. That's exactly where the alien encounters happen. Number 7. Mystery of Death Valley's Sailing Stones. Death Valley is a valley in the US. Many scientists were bashing their heads against the mystery of the sailing stones. Actually, no one knew it was all down to stones in the first place, because it all started when people began noticing some weird looking trails into places no one went to. So those trails went in many separate directions and were so weird that they bothered many minds. It was so random, and among many theories, there were those that suggested that electromagnetic waves could be involved. Also, the satellite imagery only made things more weird and complicated. So finally, somebody realized that it was simply due to the strong gusts of wind that moved the rocks around the valley, making them leave those random trails. Alright, and how about you guys? Have you ever encountered any weird things like that? Anyway, Don't forget to share your crazy stories in the comments and remember to press the like button if you liked the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.